CNBC-TV18 Weekender.
Hello and welcome to CNBC-TV18 Weekender. I'm Manisha Gupta. Joining us today is an actor, director, writer. He decided by the age of 14 that he wanted to be a filmmaker. He has been recognized by various institutions and he also is a 3-time National Award winner. He also has hosted TV shows and worked in them as well. Joining us now is Rajat Kapoor. Welcome to the show, Rajat. You are an actor, a director, a writer as well, but I want to start by the acting point first. And your career has moved by various characters, whether it was The Monsoon Wedding, Dil Chahta Hai or Veja Fry. People associate with you with those characters. How has that journey been really?
It's very funny because Monsoon Wedding and Dil Chahta Hai were my first 2 films. And I was playing a terrible guy in Monsoon Wedding, and luckily for me I was playing a nice uncle in Dil Chahta Hai. So that kind of balanced it. But what happened is that very soon I got stuck with this corporate kind of an image. Also the film Corporate came in and that had a prominent role. So people only saw me as that, and also I was doing some ads, and so it was the same image reinforced. And I tried very hard to fight that. I would do a film like Halla or 10 ml Love or Siddharth, The Prisoner, which nobody saw. But in these films I was playing characters which were very opposite to the corporate types. Then Aakhon Dekhi, and then I think with Kapoor and Sons I managed to break away from that corporate character at least. So yeah, now it looks like the corporate characters are not coming to me at all. So I'm almost longing back for those.
You are. As is every experience, it has its highs and has some heartbreaks as well. But I do want to get on with the part that, would you say that, the male characters when the movie started were larger than life? But with you having played the kind of characters which are very close to real life, would you say that cinema in that sense has changed, evolved with time?
You think so?
Some of the movies, yeah, I would just shrug off, but the kind of movies that you do, the parallel cinema...
But it was always there. Yeah. Even in the 70s, there was a big parallel cinema movement. And there was a big mainstream cinema then. So there was a Manmohan Desai film and a Shyam Benegal film, side by side. And people like Nasir and Om Puri and Shabana and Smita Patil, they were the alternate stars of the 70s. So it's nothing new. I mean, it was always there.
Have you missed working in a movie which was like all in all commercial?
I've done a few, and Dil Chahta Hai was an all in all commercial.
Yeah, but running around trees, singing those songs, have you missed that at all?
No, because I can't dance to save my life, so I'm very happy.
Many can't, but...
Yeah, but they do. But they have to, because, they're stuck with that. Luckily, I'm not, so I'm very good in my space.
How about the women part of it? I mean, that definitely has evolved, hasn't it? Because women are playing a lot of...
It's not. I don't know why people keep saying that. Because if you look at the films of the 50s, where actresses like Nutan or Nargis or Wahida Rahman, they had roles. Even in the mainstream cinema, They would play a Jogan or somebody in Parakh or Bandini. They had great roles for them. Now what do you have? 3 or 4 films where women are the central characters, 1 Piku and 1 Queen, and we start celebrating. I think we start celebrating things too soon. The fact is, we make 1,500 films a year in this country. Okay. Out of that, there are 5 or 6 women-centric films, and we say,
we've arrived.
We haven't. I'm sorry. It's the same mainstream thing, the same narrative which keeps repeating itself.
So if you had to look back at last 10 years or 15 years, you've been around for the longest time. You wanted to be a filmmaker at the age of 14.
That's right.
What did really drive that?
I have no clue. I don't. There was not one incident that said, okay, I want to be a filmmaker. But I think by 14, 15, I was very sure this is what I'm going to do. I was a film buff, but then everybody is a film buff in this country.
But in all these years, when you look back, has much changed in film as a sector?
See, there are obvious changes. There is a technological change. There is a change on the exhibition side, distribution side. The studios have come in. Big Hollywood studios have come in. So all that has changed. The very medium has changed. There's hardly any celluloid films anymore. But with all these changes, what has changed? Has our storytelling changed? I'm not sure. Have we created a new audience? I'm not sure. Maybe, you know what, the change is very, very slow and it's imperceptible. So it's so small that it actually is not making any difference to independent films or to the other cinema, so to speak. So that's what I said. It's the same mainstream thing in different garbs. It keeps coming back. It reinvents itself every 2 years. And we say, oh my God, new cinema. But it's not new. It's the same old wine in a new bottle.
But as you mentioned, that industry has got more structured, would you say it like that? And is there more money being made?
I'm sure there is more money being made. But that money is being made by fewer people. Maybe there are bigger monopolies now than there were earlier. Also, I think the door is closing in for new entries, I think, new entrants. There is very little space left. There wasn't any in the 80s and 90s. But then what happened in the beginning of this millennium is that multiplexes came in. So all of us thought, okay, this is our space. This is a space for independent cinema, where a different kind of audience will come in. And it looked like it would happen for the first 5-6 years. I think till about 2007 it was quite hopeful, optimistic. But after that, even that space got taken away. So what changed from 2007 to now, for example? A blockbuster film then would come with 1,500 prints, 1,200 screens. Now they come with 3,500, 4,000 screens. So there is no space left for anything else. So when a big film comes like Tube Light, which is the latest release, 4,000 screens, you know. So even if you make a film without a star, which itself is a struggle, even if you did that, where are you going to screen it? There is no possibility.
CNBC-TV18 Weekender.